Do the numbers just speak for themselves, or is there some kind of other motive for the filing at this time, Joey?
No correlation at all, Mike. You kidding? I'm being sarcastic, obviously.
That's $100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a mother. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry.
This is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., who once claimed total career earnings surpassing $1.2 billion, is now said to be dealing with serious financial trouble, based on startling reports from CNN. Although he has long showcased private jets, sprawling estates, and high-end timepieces worth millions, individuals familiar with the situation suggest that heavy spending, unsuccessful investments, and increasing legal expenses have significantly impacted his finances. According to those sources, the boxing icon has begun selling off valuable assets behind the scenes in order to manage outstanding obligations, while some reports even point toward the possibility of a bankruptcy filing in the near future.
Everything ends up this way. Well, everything does end up this way because people are surrounded by other people who make 10%, 20%, 5% on what the other guy brings home. So people are incentivized to push people to keep scaling and keep going and all eat when you eat. But I think it's very important for people to stand up and say, you know what? I don't think this thing needs to be that big. I don't think the valuation needs to get here.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. was once regarded as one of the wealthiest figures in professional athletics, with reported career earnings ranging between $1.2 and $2 billion from championship bouts, sponsorship deals, and public appearances. However, the fortune he built appeared to diminish almost as rapidly as it grew. Rather than prioritizing long-term investments or safeguarding his financial future, he spent freely, operating under the assumption that the income would continue indefinitely. His lifestyle was marked by extravagant acquisitions, including customized luxury aircraft and extensive collections of high-performance vehicles. Driven by the image of being the most affluent and flamboyant personality in sports, financial restraint seemed to take a back seat. Ironically, the same mindset that fueled his reputation for immense wealth has reportedly contributed to his current position, with mounting concerns that he may now be facing severe financial instability.
He's up there, bro. He's probably got to be at least $400 million. I mean, some of the purses from his fights are like $100 million each fight.
I would think
shit.
close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry. Have you seen like videos of his jewelry?
Yeah, some crazy. Let me see. Let me see what his net worth is. Mayweather net worth.
Them Googles be lying though. Huh?
They be lying? You think?
I think so. It's probably not accurate. I mean,
all right, let's see what they say. I mean, exactly what you said. It says an estimated $450 million.
Yeah.
Richest boxer in the world. It's a lot of money.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. drew attention not only for maintaining an unblemished record inside the ring, but also for the enormous sums attached to his biggest events. His highly publicized showdown with Manny Pacquiao was said to generate more than $250 million for him, while his exhibition match against Conor McGregor reportedly delivered comparable earnings. During that period, he was frequently promoted as the top-earning athlete in the world. Instead of channeling those profits into securing lasting financial stability, however, the revenue appeared to bankroll an increasingly extravagant lifestyle. Large-scale celebrations, chartered flights for his inner circle, and gambling sessions involving seven-figure sums became regular occurrences.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
The financial strain surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly extends beyond lavish spending habits. His name has repeatedly been linked to legal disputes connected to controversial business dealings. In 2022, he became involved in a class action case tied to a cryptocurrency project that critics described as a pump and dump operation. While the lawsuit was ultimately dismissed, the situation drew attention to his participation in highly promoted ventures that allegedly lacked thorough oversight. The situation intensified in 2024 when he was hit with another legal claim, this time accusing him of instructing a member of his security team to assault an individual. The plaintiff reportedly sought more than $3 million in damages. Together, these legal battles have further fueled concerns about what some describe as a pattern of risky and unstable financial choices.
How do you explain all that? How did that happen in your life?
Well, things happen. I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
Joe Rogan has openly addressed concerns surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr., specifically questioning what he described as a lack of attention to tax responsibilities. Rogan emphasized that regardless of someone's wealth, ignoring tax obligations can lead to significant consequences with the Internal Revenue Service. He noted that history has shown how even extremely affluent figures can encounter serious setbacks when taxes are mishandled. Rogan also suggested that the outward display of luxury may be masking deeper financial challenges. According to his remarks, the pattern unfolding is one that has been seen before.
He owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
During the height of his career, Mike Tyson generated hundreds of millions of dollars, but years of uncontrolled spending eventually led him to file for bankruptcy. At one point, he possessed exotic pets, sprawling estates, and even a bathtub made of gold, symbols of extreme excess. Now comparisons are being drawn to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Like Tyson once did, Mayweather regularly showcases his luxury vehicles, expensive jewelry, and lavish properties. However, despite the public display of wealth, reports suggest that behind the scenes his financial situation may not be as secure as it appears.
It's your main man, Made Man, back at it again, and y'all know how I get down over here. We talking boxing. Now, I am fresh off watching episode 1 of the All Access of the upcoming fight between Floyd Money Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. Now, a lot of people may have gotten a lot of things from watching that episode. It was real flamboyant. We seen Floyd Mayweather tossing his money around as always, talking about the Miss Jackson situation. We seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with a emotion of nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada yada yada, it just kind of reminded me. There was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality, you know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. They start off well, so flamboyant with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. There's something special, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement, or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather. But however, he is definitely the #1 boxer of my era, ladies and gentlemen, of my time on this earth of watching this sport of boxing. No one has the skill set of Floyd Money Mayweather. Carve it up, chop it up how you like. Get on the debate about his opponents, all this other crap. We can have that for another video. But this man is going to go down in history as an all-time great without a doubt. And I understand the argument for those who may even present the argument that he's the #1 greatest of all time. I see valid points in that argument. I don't agree with that, but I see valid points in that argument. This is a great boxer. We are going to miss Floyd Money Mayweather when he leaves the sport, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact remains,
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has frequently discussed money management in interviews at times, mentioning a buy low, sell high philosophy when speaking about property investments. However, observers argue that his reported financial behavior does not always align with those statements. There is little debate about what he accomplished in boxing. His defensive skill set, precision, and in-ring awareness secured his reputation among the sport's all-time elite. Walking away without a single professional loss is an achievement very few competitors ever reach. Still, excellence in athletics does not guarantee sound judgment in financial matters. The discipline and calculated approach he displayed between the ropes appear, according to critics, to differ sharply from the more impulsive decisions attributed to him outside of competition.
People hate consistency when it comes to teams that you don't like and not a fan of, and they constantly win all the time. The Patriots went through the same thing. Small example, I'm gonna just take boxing for instance.
Right.
Floyd.
Yes.
Everybody loved when Floyd was winning early in his career.
Yes.
But when he kept winning,
yes,
he became the villain.
Yes.
And then everybody paying in and tuning in to see him lose.
Right.
That's it. Yes. He became the villain.
Concerns about Floyd Mayweather Jr. haven't only come from outside observers. His uncle, Jeff Mayweather, has also publicly expressed uncertainty about some of his financial choices. In a frank interview, Jeff acknowledged that he struggles to make sense of Floyd's recent decision-making, particularly when it comes to what he described as unpredictable investment activity. According to those remarks, Floyd appears to enter business arrangements without a clearly defined plan, with critics suggesting that personal image may be influencing those moves more than careful analysis. Additionally, his bold claims about large-scale real estate holdings have drawn skepticism from industry professionals who point out the inherent volatility and risk associated with property markets.
I have no idea. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much, and so I don't really know what's going on. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But I haven't heard anything.
I know that KSI's team would be happy to make their fight with him.
Tensions between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and the Internal Revenue Service have been described as a serious warning sign. Reports have indicated that federal officials previously urged him to liquidate certain assets in order to resolve outstanding tax liabilities, cautioning that failing to comply could lead to severe consequences. When tax authorities move toward asset seizures, it typically reflects significant financial disarray. According to those accounts, delays in addressing the debt directly only intensified the situation, allowing the pressure to build rather than easing it.
I'm at least fact reporting. You guys all seen the headline saying Mayweather needs money, Mayweather has problems, Mayweather needs Conor McGregor. Well, the truth couldn't be further. Let me tell you, Floyd Mayweather just posted this on his Instagram, and I know it's true because anyone who was around Floyd Mayweather back after the Pacquiao fight in 2015 saw him saw Mayweather with the $26 million paycheck for the IRS. And this is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. Hashtag TMT, hashtag Floyd Mayweather, hashtag TBE.
Eventually, Floyd Mayweather Jr. responded to the circulating tax allegations by stating that he had submitted a $26 million payment to the Internal Revenue Service. However, rather than putting the issue to rest, the disclosure prompted additional scrutiny. Observers questioned whether that figure represented the total balance due and whether the payment came after significant delays. The timing of the announcement led some to believe it was intended to ease mounting criticism rather than provide full clarity. According to critics, the move appeared less like a comprehensive resolution and more like an effort to quiet ongoing speculation surrounding his financial standing.
To them by showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, $26 million.
They just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right? How was Christmas for your kids? Oh, you're Jewish? Convert just for this Christmas. Here, take care.
Even as legal disputes and financial concerns continued to surface, Floyd Mayweather Jr. announced that he had personally committed $42 million toward real estate acquisitions, claiming to have purchased 62 properties in Manhattan using only his own capital. He emphasized that no external investors or partners were involved in the transactions. However, the scale and timing of that statement have drawn skepticism. Some observers question whether such an expansion aligns with the broader financial challenges being reported, suggesting the claim may be overstated given the surrounding circumstances.
$2 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion.
Instead of reassuring the public, the announcement appears to have deepened doubts. If accurate, such a large-scale acquisition could point to significant overreach at a time when caution might be expected. Critics argue that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s continued focus on high-priced possessions may be compounding the issue. Luxury vehicles, premium timepieces, and expensive jewelry all contribute to an image of excess that, according to reports, may no longer be financially sustainable. Sources familiar with the situation claim his monthly expenditures often exceed his incoming revenue, creating an imbalance that is difficult to ignore. When those expenses are paired with substantial tax liabilities, the financial strain reportedly becomes even more severe.
Floyd Mayweather is about to pay $2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand. Give me a follow to stay educated.
One of the clearest examples of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s flair for dramatic displays came during a recent visit to Mexico, where he arrived riding in an armored military-style tank. While high-profile figures typically rely on luxury SUVs or private aircraft for travel, this choice appeared designed purely for spectacle rather than necessity. Though such moments often generate widespread attention online, critics argue they also reinforce concerns about excess. To some observers, the stunt symbolized a growing disconnect between outward showmanship and the financial pressures reportedly building behind the scenes.
They got Floyd Mayweather, like...
Well, I didn't say kidnap, but you know, you got your passport taken. You can't come and leave when you want to go, but he ain't in jail, so he's out in a 6-star hotel being Floyd, so I guess it ain't that bad, but we'll see. We're going to watch and see like everybody else.
That's crazy. I mean, when you think of Money Mayweather, you thinking like Floyd may have like $1 billion or something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business, but Floyd's very, very, as the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
We
say we make $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
Fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it.
Another reflection of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s appetite for extravagance is his extensive collection of luxury watches, reportedly valued in the millions. His social media platforms frequently feature displays of diamond-covered timepieces lined up side by side, each one more elaborate than the previous. While supporters may view these showcases as symbols of success, financial analysts often interpret them differently. Unlike certain long-term investments, high-end watches typically lose value immediately after purchase, meaning their resale price can drop rather than rise over time.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases, and they're all full of watches. So when I travel, I like to take, you know, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Ivy & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Ivy & Co. As you can see, Ivy & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course. Just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Ivy & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys.
Questions surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. extend beyond his personal spending habits and into his business track record. Critics argue that his ventures often appear driven primarily by short-term financial gain, drawing him into projects that later become controversial. From disputed cryptocurrency promotions to unsuccessful event ventures, his business history has been characterized by decisions some describe as rushed and inconsistent. Long-term financial stability typically depends on careful planning, clear structure, and disciplined oversight. Qualities observers claim have not always been evident in his approach. As skepticism about his money management continues to build, so do concerns that the foundation of his wealth may be weakening. Without a significant shift in strategy, some believe his legacy could eventually include not only his accomplishments in the ring, but also the narrative of immense fortune lost.
Yeah. I think it was like a $5 or $8 million 5-fight deal or something like that. I have to check the numbers, but he turned that down to start his own promotion. And when he was with HBO, he worked out that deal to do the 24/7 when you can see the behind the scenes. That was right around the time when reality TV was getting big. So you didn't have social media then. People began to build and know Floyd off of the 24/7. I can tell you right now, my wife even became a boxing fan from watching the 24/7. So the timing of him becoming his own boss, which you're gonna make the majority.
That wraps up today's coverage. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check back for more updates in the next video.